Okay, Bruce.
Oh, you want me to read this?
You do it so well.
All right, well, let me see if we can enlarge that a little bit. For my
Okay,
blind
I can
eye.
do that for you. It's the least I
Oh,
can do,
thank
correct?
you.
You're welcome.
You're gonna have to scroll down for me.
Okay, I'll be in charge of that too.
Thank you.
Okay,
You're not Ray Polk.
I know, I'll have to improvise.
Okay, good morning. You ready?
Routines aren't currently supported.
Let me turn down my phone volume here.
What, we are ready, we're recording. And we're live.
Okay, for the record, I'm Bruce Mandel, a member of the Madaket Advisory Board. Let's concern access members, and please call when I call your name. Brad Fleming,
Aye.
Robert Kacharli,
Aye.
and Bruce Mandel, aye. Staff, we have Kathy Flynn, who is muted but has to say aye.
Aye.
This open meeting of the Madaket Advisory Board is being conducted remotely, consistent with Governor Baker's executive order of March 12, 2020. That order, posted with the agenda materials for this meeting, allows public bodies to convene remotely so long as public access to deliberations is reasonably provided. This meeting is convening via Zoom with video and audio recording, and we are being broadcast via YouTube on the town's YouTube channel. With no member of the public having asked to speak, this particular meeting will not feature public comment. Materials provided to members for the meeting or provided during the meeting are, unless otherwise noted, available on the town's website. During this meeting, I'll introduce agenda topics and speakers. Remember to mute your Zoom audio until your name's called, and unless direct comments and questions through the chair to avoid crosstalk and making of minutes easier. Lastly, votes will be conducted by roll call. With that said, we'll move along to the meeting. And I think you all have the meeting agenda. So what we want to do is item 1 is a call to order. So I'm calling the meeting to order at this time. The members present are Brad Fleming, Robert Kacharli, and myself, Bruce Mandel, and our staff, Kathy Flynn. It would be appropriate now for someone to make a motion to adopt the agenda.
I will. Bob does.
Thank you. Brad, would you be so kind as to second the motion?
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor indicate by aye. Robert?
Aye.
Brad?
Aye.
Bruce, aye.
Yeah, but
I'll let the record reflect that Linda Williams just joined. I didn't think she was gonna be able to make
Let's
it.
get off my other Zoom meeting.
Okay, Linda, we just adopted the agenda, so.
Okay.
Okay, somebody has a radio or TV going in the background, so could
I
they
think that's
please
Kathy.
mute?
It's me, I'm in the office, so I apologize. It's back
Oh,
and
that's
forth.
you. Okay, you're the perpetrator.
All right, I'm back.
Linda, you're the chairperson. If you want to take over, we're at
Yep.
item 4 of the minutes of the agenda, rather, which is approval of the April 26, 2021 minutes.
Okay, hang on. Kathy, did anybody read that preamble?
Yes, we did, and stand by. Bruce, who seconded the adoption of the agenda?
Brad,
Okay, thank you.
All right, so I don't have to deal with that part of it.
No, you're good. You can just,
Somebody want to make a motion to approve the minutes?
Bob will make the motion.
I'll second.
All right. Brad. All those in favor? Robert,
Aye.
Brad,
Aye.
Bruce,
Aye.
and myself. All right, so who is missing? LW is here, Brad Fleming's here. Bob is,
Tom is missing, Mark is missing.
okay, Tom and Mark, okay, because I have to make note of that. Okay, I don't see any public comment. Ethan's here for something in particular. Let's see. I don't have the agenda in front of me, Kathy, so I don't know who's up next. Who's up first?
Okay, it's Jennifer Fraker's property at 1H Street.
Madaket 1H, okay. Anybody here to represent that?
Hi,
That would be
Ethan
you,
Griffin.
Ethan.
Yep,
Okay,
Ethan Griffin, Griffin Architects on behalf of the applicant. There is an existing house on 1 Street, right on the corner of 8th Street and Madaket Road.
Okay.
We're proposing basically a lifting of the plate on the northern part of the mass to create more of a 1.5-story massing, and then also adding some shed dormers on the southern mass, which is on the corner of 8th Street and Madaket Road.
okay. Oh, so you're changing one to a gable?
Correct. Yep.
Okay,
There's some other kind of minor fenestration changes on the rear of the house, but the substantive changes are the massing changes.
what's the overall height change on that one?
I think we're going up about 2 feet by going to the gable. I think
To-
it's 17 to 19. Oh, I'm sorry, 17. Actually, it's 18 to 20. So yeah, 2 feet.
2 feet, okay. Anything else you want to say?
Nope, that's about it. Look forward to your comments. Thank you.
Okay, Brad,
I have no problems looking at it as we speak. No, I think it's fine.
okay, Bob? You're on mute. Bob, you're on mute.
No, I agree with Brad. I think it looks good. I mean, it's okay
Okay.
by me.
Bruce?
Thank you very much. I have no comments that would affect this submission, I don't believe. I think the proposal is in keeping what we're trying to do with what we're trying to maintain in Madaket, and I appreciate that.
Okay, and I feel the same way, Ethan. I think it continues to keep the character of the quirkiness of that structure, where it was the middle part was probably the original part, and then they stuck on a sleeping loft and a cathedral ceiling, and I think that works. Okay, somebody want to make a motion that we have no concern?
I'll make that motion.
Bob will second.
Bob will second. All those in favor, Brad,
Aye.
Bob,
Aye.
Bruce,
Aye.
myself. Okay, thank you. Ethan, are you still here for anything?
I am. No, I'm done. Have a great morning. Thank you.
Okay, what's the next one, Kath?
The next one on the
Hold on.
agenda.
No, not
is
you, Bruce.
Cheryl
Not
Gilbert
you, Bruce. Kathy.
et al.
Sorry, I was
16
on
The
mute.
addition
Kath-
and the
Bruce.
fenestration.
Bruce, stop. Kathy has to do it. Kathy, what's the next one?
16D addition and fenestration to the main house. I'm sorry, I keep on muting myself because of the office, so
I know.
so I
This is
can't respond
Ethan.
right away.
Okay, so Ethan is not here.
I don't think
So-
Ethan McMurrow is here.
So go ahead and scroll down. Oh, I just love these septic plans. Okay, so what are we doing? Make sure they get a complete application here. Oh,
It's a new second floor.
yeah, I see that. All right, go to the elevations, I guess. A lot of activity on D and E. Whoa,
Whoa.
okay. Kath, I can't read it. How tall is it going up to?
$22 feet.
Just 22 and change?
And even a
It-
maximum of
actually,
24 feet.
It says 24 feet.
24 on one side,
Oh,
22.
yeah,
on the
22
other.
on the other, yeah, sorry.
Okay. Well, everybody's trying to get a second floor.
Mm-hmm.
I assume the deck faces the creeks. I know this structure. Did they give you any historical information on this last little one on the, down there?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
They put the property record card in.
Well, that doesn't help much. What does it say?
God, zooming in is such a pain. 1950 year built.
I don't think that's correct, but that's, yeah. Okay. Brad,
Can we go back to the elevations, please? I think my only comment would be that I would prefer the dormers in the second floor or the upper level to be set back rather than being flush.
that may increase the height of the structure in order to get the headroom for an
Well,
egress window. I think that's what
fine.
that is.
This is this a secondary dwelling or is this a primary?
Primary.
Primary.
All right, well, they can go up to 25 feet.
They can if we allow it. It's just that they're trying to stay on the same. Actually, let me see that site plan again. They may be trying to stay on the same footprint for Concom. Yep, Concom. They've got a footprint, they've got a setback, and they got to stay over the existing footprint.
All I'm saying is they can go up higher, that's all.
They
So
can, but then
there
they
is room to put a traditional dormer on there. I mean,
the reason why they
obviously,
can't,
shed.
Brad, is that
Sorry?
because they're going to violate the 1.5 to 1 rule if they go up any higher.
I'm
there is
sorry, they're gonna
actual-
violate what?
There's an actual rule about width versus height. If it's too narrow, it can't be more than a times and a half the width on the height. If they go up higher to get those banged up onto the roof, they will run into trouble with that 1.5 to 1.
All right,
And the
well, they
height
can,
doesn't include the height of the
they
chimney.
still step them
report.
back and they can have awning windows.
If they're, yeah, it looks like they've got ability to have egress windows on the other side.
You have-
Kathy, look
you
at the
can
floor
put
plan.
egress windows in the gable ends,
Yeah, go to the floor plan.
but that's not our concern about egress windows.
It's not, but it's interesting. I see what they're doing here. They got a bathroom up there as well. Okay, so you want the
That's my
dormers set
comment
back?
anyway.
All right, so set back the dormers,
Yeah,
but you're okay if they raise the height more?
yes, I mean, you're telling me of a rule that I'm not aware of, but it appears that they do have a couple of feet to go up in elevation.
Okay, Bob?
Still be in keeping with Madaket zoning.
Mhm.
Well, it's not
I'll go along with Brad's suggestions.
Okay. Bruce?
I'm surprised Brad didn't address the windows. He's usually a little more concerned with the types of panes on the window. But I'll leave that to him. He's my window guy.
But are you talking about the 2/2s, Bruce?
I'm sorry.
Are you talking about the 2/2 windows, proposed 2/2 windows?
Yes.
They're
I don't
already
have a
on the
problem with
building. I don't either. They're already on the building.
Okay, thank you. And of course, there is the massive window on the existing north elevation. But I don't see where any of the abutters have been notified of this application. Perhaps it's not required.
It's not
Um,
required if it's under 1,000 square feet.
Can I say something about that real quick, Bruce?
Yeah.
Many times they don't scan the abutters list in, but we have a copy of it. It won't make the agenda if it doesn't have a abutters list, if it's required. Just so you know, they actually did it, I think, as a courtesy. I think it's right here.
Yeah, but they don't
Yes.
have to.
They don't have to, but they're not always scanned in for view. If you want to see it, or someone wants to see it, they can come in and pull the file and look at it. But many times, most architects can scan, but your run-of-the-mill Joe homemaker can't. So you'll see that happen. Okay.
Okay, thank you for that
You're welcome.
information. The only reason I asked was that I was aware that one of the abutters was not aware of this application, and, you know, that's a failure of the abutter. So as long as they stay under the 25-foot height from the existing ground elevation, I have no problem with Brad's suggestion that would increase the height. When we asked about the height, I believe that if you look at the east elevation plan, you'll notice that they measured the height of the building from two different ground elevations. So I'm wondering, and maybe Linda, you could give me some knowledge about this. When we measure the height of a building like this, do we measure it from some median elevation, or do we measure it from the tallest or the shortest of those two elevations?
It's the average, Bruce.
Average up to side.
Okay, and they're not allowed to beef up that height and still achieve it, but I understand there's no problem I have with this application. I think it's in keeping with what we're trying to maintain.
What, as presented, Bruce?
Yes, I have no problem with the dormers, but I understand what Brad is saying.
I am in agreement with you, Bruce, as presented. I don't want to see this go any higher, frankly. And I don't have a problem with the flush dormers to keep the height down. And I think that's probably a better idea. And I don't want to see this get taller and have to be so narrow. So I would not be in favor of that. The proportions would be completely screwed up. So I guess we're split. I'll present both sides.
Well, maybe we should take a vote on that particular item.
Well, if you want to make a motion that there's no concerns as presented, we'll see where that goes.
Okay, I don't want to offend Brad, but let's make that motion.
Don't worry about it.
I move that we proceed with no concern
As presented.
as presented.
All right, I will second that. I can second that. Okay, I'll take a motion. I'll take the vote. Bruce,
I,
Brad,
Nay.
okay, Bob,
Aye.
okay, and I'm an aye. Okay.
All right, well,
Motion carries.
if that's the case, then since I'm a very small minority, let's just make it unanimous then.
Okay, great.
Except as presented.
Okay, cool. All right, what's the next one out there, Kath? You're on mute.
Hadn't started talking yet. Hang on.
Well, that's an interesting little structure.
Can you all see that?
No, you see nothing.
Okay, what did I do wrong here? Stand by.
Someday we'll be able to meet in person.
I know.
It's a lot easier for Brad, who's in South Carolina.
Do you see it now?
When are you coming back, Brad?
I'll be here in June.
Okay, then
You
you have
all-
it rented?
Sorry?
Do you have it rented after that?
I do.
Do you
Oh,
all
watch out
see
for
it?
those short-term rentals,
No, it's a
You all-
long-term rental.
Excuse me, do you all see it now?
16D.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
This is the cutest little thing.
Oh, it is.
Bob, I love your response. That's the best.
Anybody have any problems with this?
I don't.
the only comment I'd like to share is on sheet A1, which is on the screen right now, the north elevation, which is at the lower right. My only experience with these types of doors is that they tend to leak, but that's their problem. If you folks don't have any objections to the way this looks, this doesn't seem to present much of a problem for me.
Yeah, I know what they're gonna run into. It's on the north side, but they're blocked by the house to some extent. They might be protected a little bit, but I don't ever suggest French doors out there on the north side. I'd suggest everybody go to sliders, but that's their problem.
I would like to see those 3 doors to be 15 light. I don't, the panel on the bottom, it just doesn't work.
Well, the kick panels are not atypical, but the reason why they're going to those is that they have 2/2s in the building, and that 15 lights normally don't get placed in with a 2/2 window.
Yeah.
But it could be a 6/6 would be a little better. I mean, a 6 light instead of a 4
Yeah.
light.
That, and just for clarification, it's only on one elevation that it shows shingles. I just want to make sure that it is staying shingles and not looking like it's clappered.
No, it is clappered. Take a look at the
Is it
picture.
really?
Yeah. They have clappered on one side for some reason.
Yeah.
No, there's
Kathy,
another
keep
side.
that-
No, the
No,
other
that-
picture.
that's
Kath, the picture,
shingle.
the other picture.
No?
Hold on. There you go.
Yeah. Oh,
Yep.
Barnboard.
Barnboard.
well, are they doing anything with that elevation that's on the left there with the almost looks like, well, it's clappered, but
Okay.
they're renovating this whole thing. I would like to see that shingled.
All right, Kath, go to the
The-
elevation pictures down below this, that one that
The
has.
west
all on it.
elevation is also clappered.
Nope, they're leaving it alone.
The only shingled elevation is on the existing east elevation.
Huh.
Yeah, so I'd
Well-
leave it alone. It's like
And
quirky
Kathy,
thing by
would you
itself.
put up the photograph that is taken from the creek side with the boats in front of it, that one?
That's
Brad, if
that's
you'll
clever.
notice the house adjacent to it that has, on the left, that has the flagpole,
Yeah.
has very similar fenestration to what they're proposing on the bottom floor and also on the top floor where they've got those 3 like French door type things. So it's kind of in keeping what I guess we've already approved. for
That's a
that
different
area.
lot, but Kathy, can you
Yeah, but that's
enlarge that?
shingled, Bruce.
Kathy, enlarge that, the one, this picture.
That's shingled.
No, it's shingle, but I was just looking to see if they had 4 light or 6 light French doors. Looks like they're,
Looks like they're
looks like they're.
Single.
4 lights. I wouldn't change this. I would not change the clapperting. They're not asking to change the clapperting. They're
Okay.
just gonna keep it as is.
That's fine.
But I think a 6 light French door on this structure might be better.
I'll agree to that. That's nice, funky little
Reduce the
cottage.
size. It would reduce the size of the panes. They have a 4 light door on the side, but that's a half door. So yeah, I'm not sure the 2/2, the 4 light doors are working with this.
Well, I'll make a motion that we
Make a
approve
motion?
as submitted, except to change that to those 6 light,
With no kick panel?
no kick panel.
Okay,
I'll second it.
hold on. That was Brad. And who seconded, Bob?
Bob?
Okay. All those in favor, Bob,
Aye.
Bruce,
Aye.
Brad,
Aye.
and myself. Okay, there you go.
Can I ask Bruce real quickly? Would you email me the name of the person that didn't say that they had an abutters notification? You can
I'll
email
try
it
to get that for you. Yeah.
Yeah, so I can send her proof that she
Bruce,
did.
is that person here or are they still off island?
I believe they're still here. I learned of this in a conversation with Mr. Greeter, who I spoke with.
Well, where their tax bill goes is where the thing went. So if they're here, it's lost in the forwarding miasma. That is the post office.
Oh, that's a good point. Thank you for telling me that.
Yeah,
Yeah, so-
abutters go to whatever wherever they pay their taxes.
Gotcha.
All right, anything else, Kath?
No, I just wanted to mention though that I would like to have a meeting next week. There's an old business that I forgot to share with you all.
Is that Joe
back-
Paul's?
I don't know if I can say can I say the address without discussing it?
Yes.
6 Macy brought a revision in for a pool, so I wanted to.
All right. And you need to put Joe Paul's back on here for Warren's Landing. I think it's 49 Warren's
No,
Landing.
I'm not gonna, well, I'll talk to you about that afterwards, but he's coming back for serious revisions because he didn't realize about the Madaket area plan and the height.
Well, actually, it was wrong. He's in LUG. He's not in VR.
Okay, well, he hasn't brought anything in yet, so,
All right,
and,
well, that
when-
came to me.
and when they do, I'll put it on, but right now the old business deadline is Thursday, so if I don't get it by Wednesday, and it will go on the next one, so you'll see it at some point, it just doesn't really coincide with.
All right, it was just wrong. The comments that were made at that meeting were incorrect.
Kathy, I have a conflict next Monday. I'm traveling by vehicle on my way up to Boston for some chemo. So I'm going to be on the road most of Monday.
Well, you can dial in by phone if you have a phone thing.
Okay, I can try doing that while I'm driving, but at 70 miles an hour, I'm a little reluctant to try to pay attention, whatever. I'm just saying that I have a conflict, but if the rest of you have a quorum, that would be the reason why it would be difficult for me to participate. And I would like to participate.
Well, you're coming up
This is
81.
next Monday, Kathy?
Yes, next Monday. It fell off my radar and it'll be reviewed soon.
Can you do
So
it the following Monday when I'm not, back
I'd
from
have-
chemo?
I'd have to look and see when it will be reviewed. I gotta,
We'll figure it out.
yeah. I'll,
Okay, thank you.
yeah.
All you have to, Bruce, coming up 81, all you have to do is point the car, go straight.
Well, I
Same
would
thing with 40.
appreciate it if you would act as my pilot.
Same thing with 40. I can do that route to Memphis in my sleep.
You know what it's like to travel from Germantown.
Oh, yeah. Done it many times, as long as you don't have to go across the DeSoto Bridge.
They've got it closed.
What a nightmare going down 71. Nightmare. I remember when 71, we had to do that. All right, everybody, we're going to adjourn at
10:30.
10:30. Somebody want to make that motion?
Bob will
I
make.
move to adjourn.
All right, Bruce made the motion, Bob seconded. Just pick them out of the hat. All those in favor, Brad,
Aye.
Bob,
Bye.
Bruce,
Aye.
and myself. Thanks. Safe travels, Bruce.
Thank you
Thank
all.
very much. Everybody be safe.
And I'll get back to you, Bob, on that, okay?
Thank
Right
you.
now. All right.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.